Okay, I debated making this TikTok because it feels a little bit invasive, but today would be my 8-year wedding anniversary, which is absolutely wild. I'm 28. I got married at 20, which is a whole nother story. But I just want to say I am so proud of the person I am. Like, this is a humble brag for sure, but I almost 4 years ago left what I thought was the rest of my life, and since then have been literally doing things that he told me never to do. Like talk to people, have relationships with people that he was trying to tell me were like bad friends, bad family. I've chopped my hair at least like 10 times. He told me he hates short hair. I've gotten tattoos because he hates tattoos. I went back to school. He told me not to go to school. So I'm almost a registered nurse, by the way, if you see this. And I am my best self, living in a city by myself with my kitties. So you can do it too. Bye.
I've never made a video talking about why I wanted divorce, so I guess let's dive into it. Because on my Get Ready With Me video that's got millions of views, a lot of people are like, step one for weight loss, divorce him. And no, that's not like what my intentions were with that video. That's just sadly part of my story. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Lauren. I'm a weight loss influencer and I lost 87 pounds and also happened to get divorced. So let's go way back to the beginning. I met my ex-husband in college my first semester in 2014. We got married May 1st of 2017. We were in college at Missouri State at the time, and he just like grabbed my promise ring and asked me to marry him, and then a week later told me he wanted to join the army. So, which we had been dating for 3 years. I loved him. He was like the love of my life. So I said, yes, like love is all we need, right? So dropped out of college. I got my associates in general studies, but like never finished my bachelor's at Missouri State, and went on to become an army wife. And got it in my head that I needed a baby instantly since I was leaving my family to go move like somewhere in the country, which what was wrong with me? I was 21 years old and like demanding a baby. Anyway, son was born in March of 2018, and by March of 2020, I wanted a divorce. Our marriage just started feeling like we were roommates. Like we literally didn't have any intimacy. We didn't seem to have much in common anymore. Like we didn't even like listening to the same music. We didn't have fun together anymore. He had his own struggles with mental health during our whole relationship, and it started to rub off on me, which sounds so bad, but I tried to take care of his needs for so long. Like I would literally wrap this man up in blankets and give him baths and wash his whole body and like hold him tight in Walmart. Like I did a lot of things for him. And then when I was struggling, where was he for me? I loved this man. I was literally obsessed with him. Letting our relationship get to like that roommate level is what really ruined it. And I tried telling him. He'd come home from work and just instantly sit in his recliner and be on his phone. And I said, hey, like, I need attention. I'm starting to be unhappy. Oh, okay. Weeks go by, nothing really changes. So I'm like, hey, I'm starting to like think about life without you. Like it's getting worse. I need attention. Like, let's do something fun together. Still like nothing. Hey, I'm starting to imagine what life would be like with another man. Like I'm falling out of love with you. We need to fix this. Still nothing. Or he would like do better for a week and then just go back to being lazy all the time. Around the same time too is when I started wanting to do better for myself and lose weight and find myself again. And I felt like he just has a very like low vibration personality and gets stressed out really easily. And I felt like every single day, like his negativity was bringing me down when I was trying so hard to like find my happiness again. Like I'd wake up ready to have a good day and his attitude instantly just like ruined it for me. And like back to the whole intimacy thing, I tried telling him like, hey, I Googled it. I said, we need to start planning this because apparently like the less you do it, the less you want it. The more you do it, the more you want it. So let's schedule it. He came home from work one day and I said, hey, can we do it later? Like, let's plan to do it. Oh, sure, maybe. Well, after dinner, he's using the bathroom and I'm folding laundry at the kitchen table and I got a book idea. So I bust into the bathroom because we're comfortable with each other like that to tell him my book idea, only to find him like this. Broke my heart. I cried so much. There were so many times I would just lay in our bed alone crying, feeling so unwanted, so unloved, just wanting to be touched, wanting to be wanted. Our relationship had other problems too, and of course I had my own like toxic energy I brought to the relationship, but I'm the one who asked for a divorce, and like that is why I wanted it for the most part. Like I was tired of my feelings being hurt, tired of the grumpy attitude all the time, tired of the laziness, like not helping me do anything around the house. which I'm a stay-at-home wife, or I was a stay-at-home mom, but if I need help cleaning out a room upstairs, don't say like next weekend, then that weekend comes, next weekend, then that weekend comes. No, next weekend. Like, no, help a bitch out. Like, come on. My ex is a good man, and I hope he finds a woman that is on the same vibration as him, and I will welcome her into my heart with loving arms. I want my child to have a good stepmom. I want to have a good relationship with her, and I have a great relationship with my ex-husband. Okay, I say great. It's more so like brother and sister, that like love-hate relationship. Like, we fight a lot, but if one of us ever needed something, like, we know we could call each other.
So when I was 20 years old, I wanted to get a divorce. But here's what I did. Even though I felt so strongly in my stomach that I was unhappy and that this was not where I was meant to be, my brain started trying to convince me that I was wrong. My brain would tell me things like, you're too young to get divorced. How embarrassing. You only wanted to be with one person your whole life. If you bail now, like, you've ruined that. So I used all those excuses to just stay unhappy. But then I had someone say to me, it's better to be 20 years old and divorced than 20 years old and unhappy. And how I translated that was to mean, like, the sooner you correct this mistake, the sooner you can realign with where you are really meant to be. So if you have that resistance with something in your life and it's not going away and your brain is trying to convince you otherwise, listen to that resistance and honor it, and understand that the sooner you shift, the sooner you will find where you're truly meant to be.
Okay, I am so young. I just got married really young. And just like a life tip for all my besties on here, don't get married before your prefrontal cortex is developed, because you will change immensely in your early 20s. And there's a very high chance that your significant other will change as well, and maybe you won't change in the same ways. And it's very complicated. Yeah, so let me know if y'all want to know more. I have lots of stories and lots of tips.
The most interesting parts about getting divorced young is that all of a sudden, all of these people that you thought were happily married start coming out of the woodwork, and they're like, hey, how did you know it was time? Hey, what was your breaking point? Hey, what advice would you give me? And I love that. It's like all of a sudden, all of the secrets and like the weird pretending that you're happy falls aside, and fucking love that. Yes, come to me. I will be your emotional support divorce doula anytime you need.
I'm so happy that I had a pancake marriage. What's a pancake marriage? Basically, it's the first marriage that you have that maybe only lasts a few years. You realize you got married really young and you didn't see a lot of red flags, so you get divorced after a few years. So you've been married and divorced all within your 20s. Pancake marriage, because the first pancake doesn't really go well. In theater, if the first show sucked, people would be like, oh, don't worry about it. That's good luck for the rest of the run. If the first show goes well, the rest of the run's going to suck. It's like a superstition thing. So I got a pancake marriage. Because here's the thing. When I was proposed to, didn't see it coming. We had actually never even talked about marriage. That was never a thing that we'd even talked about. But I just wanted somebody to love me so damn bad. The ring, there was no ring. There was no ring. We had to go to a gift store in Dublin and get me a claddagh with a little emerald on it. Emerald. It was like green cubic zirconia, which is fine. But I never got the dream ring that I wanted. I never got to really have the dream dress I wanted. The whole experience was just kind of like, oh, just get it done. It was not fun at all. And then I was like, oh, yeah, but I can't want those things because, you know, it's all about the love and you don't want to be superficial and materialistic. But I sacrificed so many things that I actually wanted to the point where, like, my ex and I kept saying, like, I really would love to have, like, a bigger wedding. Like, I'd love to have, like, the big dress and the party, like, because we never got to do that because we eloped during the pandemic. I'm like, I would have really just liked to have, like, the big ceremony with, like, my family and stuff, you know? And it's like, no wonder I was always looking for another ring because I never got the ring I wanted, ever. Because he never asked. He never wanted to know what ring I would want because he didn't actually freaking care. It was more just the thought. It was like this whole romance thing. So here's the thing. Don't feel guilty for wanting those things. Because now, the next time I get married, not legally unless for immigration, but I know what I want. And that person is going to know what I want. Because they're going to be wonderful, and they're going to care, and they are going to love me, and they're going to ask my friends and my family. They're not going to randomly propose in a foreign country and then shock everyone. Anyway, if you get married and divorced in your 20s and it doesn't work out, it's your pancake marriage. So now you know exactly what you want for the next one. No big deal.